Hi, I'm Courtney. Today I'm telling you a story. This is a story about finding my engagement ring early. I accidentally found my engagement ring early. I didn't do it on purpose. I found it on accident. Here's what happened. I was in college. I was in college with my boyfriend. My boyfriend and I went to the same school. We went to the same university. My boyfriend and I had been together 2 years. We had dated for 2 years. My boyfriend and I had been talking about getting engaged. We had been talking about getting married. First, you get engaged, then you get married. My boyfriend and I had been talking about getting engaged, but he hadn't proposed yet. My boyfriend hadn't proposed to me yet. A proposal is when one person asks the other person to marry them. They ask them to get engaged. My boyfriend hadn't asked me to marry him yet, but we had talked about getting married. I was waiting. I wasn't worried. I felt calm. I knew that it would happen. I knew that my boyfriend would propose. I just had to wait. I still had to finish school. I still had to finish my degree, so I wasn't in a rush. I wasn't in a hurry to get engaged. Well, I told my boyfriend, please don't spend a lot of money on an engagement ring. Sometimes people spend thousands of dollars on an engagement ring. I don't want to spend a lot of money on jewelry. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on my engagement ring. I would rather use the money to take a vacation or to buy a car rather than just spend the money on an engagement ring. I knew I wouldn't wear my ring all the time. I knew I wouldn't wear it all the time because I don't wear rings a lot. I know a lot of people wear their wedding ring or engagement ring all the time. They never take it off. But I knew I wouldn't be that type of person. I don't like to wear a lot of jewelry. I told my boyfriend, don't spend a lot of money on my engagement ring. I want to save money for something else. My boyfriend said, okay, I won't. I was waiting. I was waiting and waiting. My boyfriend and I started dating when it was snowing outside. My boyfriend and I started dating when it was cold and snowy. The day we started dating, we went sledding. Sledding is when you use a sled to slide down a hill on the snow. It's really fun. The day my boyfriend and I had started dating, we had gone sledding. So, my boyfriend was waiting. My boyfriend was waiting for the first snowfall. My boyfriend was waiting to propose to me until it snowed. His plan was to take me sledding, and he wanted to propose. So he had been waiting for it to snow. Usually it snowed in November, but that year it didn't snow until December 1st. He had been waiting and waiting. Well, in November, I lost my phone. In November, I couldn't find my phone. I needed to look for my phone. I looked in my room. I looked all over. I looked for my phone under the bed. I looked for my phone in my car. I looked for my phone in my locker. I had been looking for my phone all over. If I didn't have my phone, I couldn't have directions. If I didn't have my phone, I couldn't have texting. If I didn't have my phone, I couldn't have access to my grades and my schoolwork. I needed to find my phone. So, I was thinking, where have I been? Where could have I left my phone? And then I thought, oh, I was in my boyfriend's car. I had been in my boyfriend's car the previous day. Maybe I left my phone in his car. So I went to look for my phone. When I looked in my boyfriend's car, there was a small box. And I was confused. What was the box? And I opened the box, and it was an engagement ring. It had a blue stone, and it was silver. And I slammed the box shut. I slammed the box shut, and I hid the box. I hid the box. Eventually, I found my phone, but I didn't tell my boyfriend that I had found the ring. I didn't tell him because I wanted him to surprise me. Well, 1 month later, on December 1st, my boyfriend and I went sledding, and he proposed to me. I was completely surprised. I had no idea he was going to propose to me like that. And that's the story of how I accidentally found my engagement ring too early. In the end, it all worked out. In the end, I was still surprised, and my ring was beautiful. Thanks for listening to my story. Bye!